This is the tvnews.tv, brought to you by American Ingenuity Media, simply the solution for innovative on-air promotion, video marketing, plus internet and social marketing. Visit them at AmericanIngenuityTV.com and on Facebook. Here now is Jeff Grimshaw.
We welcome you to the tvnews.tv. It's Friday, February 17th. We'll have Bobbie Battista's Eye on the News commentary in just a sec. But first, we at the tvnews.tv want to take time out to congratulate Fox and Matt Groening on what will be this Sunday the 500th episode of The Simpsons. That's right, The Simpsons. And that's third to Lassie and Gunsmoke in entertainment TV history all time. And we also wanted to report that the legendary Larry King, and CNN, this is CNN, have finally and truly parted ways. Well, congratulations, Larry. Hell of a run. Just a hell of a run. And that now brings us to fellow CNN alum, Bobbie Battista, and her exclusive commentary, Eye on the News.
Thanks, Jeff. Interesting take this week in several newspapers on MSNBC's decision to hire a college professor as their latest TV host. Melissa Harris Perry, a sitting tenured professor of African American Studies at Tulane University, will begin anchoring a progressive talk show on Saturday and Sunday mornings. She had previously been a guest host for Rachel Maddow and has a history of being a pundit on television. There will be many critics and journalists who will be less than enthusiastic about Ms. Harris Perry's lack of journalism credentials. But I'm not one of them. She is smart, well-informed, and attractive. In other words, she's good TV. She will likely bring a fresh approach to television news, more intellectual, certainly, and hopefully more stimulating. I agree with MSNBC's Phil Griffin when he says he wants fair-minded, smart people who understand the world and can interpret it. If they're journalists, great. If not, so what? Cable news long ago pushed the boundaries for journalistic standards and credentials. Nowhere is it written that you have to have a degree in journalism to be in cable news, or that you need to serve time in the trenches even in order to get your own show. Car chases and missing women took center stage over international news a long time ago. Sharp, divisive opinion replaced in-depth reporting and thoughtful analysis a long time ago. So any move that brings a little brains back to cable news is a good move. I do believe that all the cable nets make an effort to hire from the ranks of journalism for the most part, but why pass up an opportunity to bring a smart, unique perspective to the table just because that person hasn't followed the prescribed path? Frankly, a touch of academe could be a breath of fresh air blowing through the constant shouting match that cable news has become. MSNBC and Fox both have a history of this kind of hire. If you're a guest with something pithy to say, then there's a good chance you might be asked to guest host. If that goes well, you could get your own show. Rachel Maddow, Lawrence O'Donnell, Sean Hannity, Greta Van Susteren, not a one is a journalist. It doesn't always work out. Elliot Spitzer's ill-fated run on CNN comes to mind, and Glenn Beck didn't fare so well on Fox either. I have no doubt that Ms. Harris Perry will be held to the same standards and ethics as actual journalists, and she will have to earn the trust of her audience like anyone else in that situation. But I say, give her a chance. Time and ratings will tell if she brings the right mix to the conversation. In the world we live in today, where information is all accessible and sources range from citizen journalists to Twitter feeds, we need smart, interesting people to help it all make sense. Ms. Harris Perry says she may even use her program to showcase some of her class lectures. Well, that could be interesting, as long as it doesn't involve a 15-page term paper. I'm Bobbie Battista with my Eye on the News.
Thank you, Bobbie. We will be back with Eric Mackerlin and the Sports TV News right after this.
Specially formulated to meet your specific needs, the Monavie elements are revolutionizing how you approach your health. Built on the Monavie Bioessence promise, each of these health-packed supplements works with your body to promote your best self. Monavie, a more meaningful life.
All right, Eric Mackerlin is standing by with the Sports TV News, and he will be telling you about the newest ratings, Linfluence, in sports TV. Yeah, I just had to jump on the Jeremy Lin pun bandwagon. Eric?
Thanks, Jeff. It's great to be back on the Sports TV News. Biggest story in sports this week, and hence the biggest story in sports television, the emergence of Jeremy Lin as a point guard with the New York Knicks, bringing that team back into prominence and setting the basketball world on fire. Just an amazing performance, and we're seeing that heat and that light in the ratings at MSG Network, the cable home of the New York Knicks. Listen to these numbers. According to the Wall Street Journal, in just 1 week, the total number of households viewing MSG Network has doubled to 227,000. According to that same article in the Wall Street Journal, ratings for MSG Network are up 130% over the same period last year. Incredible, incredible numbers. Even more incredible, consider this. MSG Network is 7 weeks into a carriage fight with Time Warner Cable, and the customers at Time Warner Cable account for 20% of MSG's potential audience. So they're hamstrung by not having Time Warner Cable carry them, yet they're still putting up these incredible numbers. One would have to imagine that the demand to see the Knicks and to see Lin is going to put some serious heat on Time Warner Cable to get this dispute resolved, and get it resolved soon. By the way, they're not the only folks who understand that Lin is a phenomenon that's going to help them drive eyeballs to the television. David Stern, the commissioner of the NBA, announced just within the last 24 hours that Lin is going to be added to the festivities at the NBA All-Star Weekend. He's going to be assisting his teammate Iman Shumpert as he participates in the slam dunk competition. And Jeremy Lin has also been named as a late addition to the Rising Stars game that will be played a day before the regular All-Star game. He's a phenomenon. He's driving people back to the television, driving ratings. A big, big deal in basketball, not just here, but in Taiwan and in China as well. David Stern, a man who might have been a little worried at the beginning of this season because he was losing Yao Ming of the Houston Rockets, has now got a guy who may look like a bigger star. It's going to be a huge, huge story going forward, those ratings that the NBA gets out of Asia because of the emergence of Jeremy Lin. Fantastic story in sports television.
All right, with us being at the end of our Intercast week, that means you only have this much time left for your chance to win one of our groovy TV News mugs. And here's all you have to do. Like the TV News TV on Facebook. Find the daily phrase that pays on our Facebook fan site each and every weekday, and then email the phrase that pays to register@thetvnews.tv. And you know what? You're in it to win it. And good luck. Now Monday, Gabriel Reyes will deliver the TVNews.tv's exclusive Hispanic Media Report. We want you as a sponsor of the TV News so you can talk to the top folks in the TV industry in our native tongue, and that's video. To learn more about how you can leverage the power of the TV News, email us at advertise@thetvnews.tv. And that about does it for this edition of the TV News. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. We thank you for watching, and as always, go out and make it a good day.